With how WWE 2K20 played out, this year's WWE 2K21 needs to deliver more than ever. It feels like it will be a make or break title for the series, so WWE 2K games will need to learn from their past mistakes and release to us a great all-around wrestling video game. One that makes us forget how bad WWE 2K20 was, and one that brings our expectation up for the franchise. So in this video, we will be discussing 8 wrong things WWE 2K needs to avoid for WWE 2K21. Climb that top rope, elbow drop the like button, and let's jump into it. And let's just go ahead and start off with the obvious. There were a lot of things broken in WWE 2K20, but WWE 2K21 cannot come out with another broken community creation. Community creation is the most important thing to the yearly game to keep it going until the next release, and because all of that was a complete mess, the cycle for WWE 2K20 ended a mere 2 months after the release of the game. There were still 2 more DLC when everything just died down. The excitement for the game was completely gone. And the major reason for that is that everything was unplayable. Even the DLC that were coming out still had massive problems, so we were not excited to just have another DLC that was gonna be half broken and that we were gonna have to be dealing with a bunch of glitches and crashes. Besides that, community creation should also have everything that we need on day 1. There shouldn't be any image upload problems, and even a whole session of it missing. 2K20 coming out without Create a Championship was highly disappointing, and it impacted everything else, from downloads, creations, and so on. A feature like that has been in the game series for so long should have been prioritized just to be there on day 1. And yes, we got it later on, but again, it came out so broken that it was basically like if we didn't even have it to begin with. Overall, please just have community creation work on day 1, because it really hurts not being able to download 10 different CM Punk just to see which one looks the best so I could add to the roster. Another major feature and a fan favorite that ended up having the same fate was Universe Mode. WWE 2K cannot give us the same Universe Mode without significant improvements. Instead, overhaul Universe Mode to the point it feels different than the last couple of years. I think at this point 2K has gotten used to the formula that they've been using, and it's not letting them do things outside the box or bring things back that are better, that could make the game experience more unique, more customizable, more competitive, and so on. And to point out the obvious, of course, when it comes to Universe Mode, fans always suggest to just bring back General Manager Mode, GM Mode. But that's not really the solution. There was a lot of negative when it came to GM Mode, so just focus on implementing the positive of that into the Universe Mode to make it a brand new different formula, a brand new different experience that we are able to enjoy, because right now we haven't really seen any significant change. 2K20 simply added a couple of rivalries and 1 or 2 more small features that shouldn't have even been announced because they should have been in the game to begin with. Change up the way it works by starting us off with something like the draft, which is one of the big positives. Make us pick certain superstars, certain championships that we want in our roster. Give us a certain amount of money, add expanding in there so that things could feel more competitive. Give us a review of the show that we had that week and the pay-per-view. Let us trade superstars with other roster, even if the other roster is being handled by a computer. It doesn't have to be an actual player. It could still create for a competitive environment in Universe Mode. And then of course keep improving the small things that are needed. Also, Universe Mode needs to work on the first day. We cannot be going in there and crashing every single time that we use a custom superstar, a custom arena, a custom championship, an alternate attire that we created, or anything like that. It defeats the purpose of Universe Mode. We're supposed to have control of it. 2K20 obviously ruined all of that because it was unplayable. At least for me, I couldn't hop in there and not crash within 10 minutes or so, depending what I was doing. Moving into another fan favorite mode, and that is my career. This year 2K needs to avoid trying to give us a linear storyline, because at that point it's not really my career. It is just a story that we are playing through that is all the same. Just simply give us more choices in this game mode. Give us choices like which championship do we want to pursue, the Universal Championship, the WWE Championship, the US title, the Intercontinental Championship, and so on. And depending what path we pick, then obviously not only are we going to be facing different superstars, but there is going to be a different experience or type of storyline that will take us a different path. This gives us the ability to replay the game to see which other ways you would have been able to go. So yes, the end goal is going to be the same. You're going to reach the Hall of Fame and you're going to retire, but give us a different pathway along the way so that we could make more of the choices on how we get there. Make it a little bit more free. And talking about freedom, stop limiting us when it comes to gameplay and when it comes to things that we were able to do in previous games. Make things more interactive, especially the backstage. We need to switch it up. It has been the same for 2 to 3 years now, with the same ONG moments and the same animations. That really does not make it special. It's also a video game, so let's go ahead and get crazy in the backstage and give us some insane spots that we're not gonna see on television, but is unique to the game. Make gameplay more freely so that we can place ladder or tables or chairs or whatever it is that we are picking up wherever we want to put it. Literally, let us place these objects on whatever or however we want so that we could create some awesome ONG moments on our own that makes the experience more unique every time. Avoid the meaningless rewards that we have been getting for Road to Glory and even Towers, because they're not helping extending the life cycle of the game. These game modes are supposed to make us keep playing them, but with the rewards, there is no excitement to play them. I don't want to go into Road to Glory, do a bunch of matches to qualify for the pay-per-view event when I know that I'm just gonna get a piece of an attire that I'm never going to use. I also don't want any extra VC points, because by the time I'm done something like my career, I already got what I want for my character and already have enough VC points to buy what I want. For the towers, can we please get some rewards for it, because there's no incentive of it to finish it up. Again, don't just give us VC points, give us something that we could look forward to. WWE 2K19 did it great when it came to the $1 million tower. If you completed that, you got Golden AJ Styles, which actually looked amazing. He was in an 100 overall. So just do something similar to that to the other towers. If you're playing a tower with Goldberg, then make the reward be that if we finish it up, we get to unlock a special version of Goldberg. Could be Golden Goldberg, Silver Goldberg, it doesn't really matter. It could just be a different type of old attire, as long as it's something more significant that we are working towards unlocking while we are doing the matches, because right now, playing a tower simply feels like we're just going through meaningless matches. This year, it might be a good year for WWE games to simply avoid creating a 2K showcase. Get it out of the rotation. If it's gonna be half broken like it was in 2K20, I don't want it. It was a complete nightmare to just play it. Beating the last match was absolutely hell if you were trying to do the objectives, and it just didn't create for a fun experience. It's not a bad game mode, but just put that extra work being put on it into something like my career. Make it longer. As I said, give us more choices, make it more unique, give us a better storyline, and so on. The issue with Showcase is that we're just replaying something that we already know, and there's always only one outcome to it. If it was sort of like a what if type of storyline, it would create for something that is worth the experience of playing it. What if the Undertaker streak never ended? What would have happened? Give us what would have happened the next couple of years with the Undertaker instead of the obvious things. If they want to continue this mode and this type of stories, they gotta give us that new unique experience instead of what we've been getting. On to more things that we need. 2K needs to avoid on just giving us one brand new match card. It feels like they're building up exhibition every single year in a very slow pace. Last year, we only got one new match type added into the whole rotation, and that was a mixed tag team match. There was nothing else, even though they had the chance to bring back classic matches that we even seen on television over the years, like ambulance match, casket match, special referee matches, and so on. Have a good addition of brand new match types for us to play, instead of just adding one or just changing changing one slightly and calling it a day. The last thing that they need to avoid is giving us meaningless DLC. This year the concept was right. 2K Originals started off very promising. I'll be the first one to admit that I was extremely hyped for it, but as I mentioned multiple times, it wasn't gonna work out if the delivery of those DLC weren't right. The unique 2K showcase for these originals that we were getting were not done correctly. People don't want to sit there and read a bunch of text to get us to the next match, and then maybe we got to see one extra cutscene. Why not just do a short story, do the motion cap and everything for it to make it more exciting, or just give us a complete type of Another My Career or a Road to WrestleMania type of storyline in which they release a brand new chapter for that story every single DLC pack. Another thing they messed up was of course all of those alternate attires that we got. Make it that we do get alternate versions of Superstar, but that it's not just a silly attire that we could get from community creation, cause then what's the point? Make it more in line with like the Demon King Finn Balor character that we got, or the Apex Predator Randy Orton one. That was really unique and worthy of being a DLC. Also mix those alternate versions of Superstar with brand new NXT superstars that will get people more excited about downloading these content. So there it is guys, multiple wrongs that WWE games should avoid making for WWE 2K21. Of course we cover some of the big things. There's still small fixes and stuff that they shouldn't be doing, but these are the general biggest problems right now. Let me know what else I missed down in the comments below, and I will try to answer as many of you guys' comments to continue the discussion. If you enjoyed or found it informative, don't forget to elbow drop it and hit those notifications to stick around for more. Join up as we are on the road to 200,000 subscribers. I will catch you on the next one, so stay savage.